Better Man. As with any review, this may contain spoilers. Merry Christmas, everyone. The movie is enjoyable, but it often fails to connect emotionally. I'll explain more in a bit, but first, let me give you the synopsis. The story is a musical biopic of the rise, fall, and rise again of British pop superstar Robbie Williams. We follow Robbie as a young boy who dreams of being someone, to then joining the boy band Take That, and then his venture as a solo artist. We get a glimpse of how he was raised, his relationship with his family, his relationship with the music industry, and his relationship with the women in his life. As the movie is out in theaters, everyone is talking about how Robbie Williams is portrayed, which is as a CGI chimpanzee. I'll speak more about the CGI aspect in a bit, but first let me talk about the story and the issues I had with it. A big issue I had with the film was how quickly it passed through what should have been impactful emotional moments. The following may be considered spoilers, so you've been warned. Robbie is in a relationship with fellow musician Nicole Appleton. She's in a popular British girl band named All Saints. She gets pregnant, and the movie heavily implies that her manager made her get an abortion. While the film showed how sad they were after the abortion, it went by so quickly that any emotional connection was lost. There are other scenarios such as Robbie drinking and doing drugs that should have been slowed down in order for the audience to absorb the heartbreak and inner struggles that Robbie is going through. Instead, the movie focused on being high energy at the detriment of any emotional impact there could have been. As many are aware, the film approached a musical biopic in a very different manner. Instead of a person playing the British pop icon, the filmmakers elected to use a CGI chimpanzee to portray Robbie Williams. I commend the filmmakers for trying a different approach. However, in the US in particular, Robbie Williams is not a household name. I've listened to some of his songs, and because of that, I've been aware of Robbie Williams. That being said, as someone who is aware of Robbie Williams, I don't know much about his uprising in the music business, let alone his personal life. Since the US isn't as familiar with the British superstar, it probably wasn't the best choice to make him a CGI character. It's not only gimmicky, but more importantly, it could lose the connection that a viewer could have with the story of Robbie Williams. It's a great story, and I see why a musical biopic was made, but doing it in this manner doesn't seem to have been the correct choice. The box office numbers are out, and the opening weekend generated slightly more than $1 million on an over $100 million budget. It looks like this movie is going to lose money and will end up being one of the biggest flops of the year. Using a CGI character to portray someone who isn't well known in the US was such a huge gamble. So far, my review or criticism of using CGI to portray Robbie Williams has been US focused, but also applies to countries where Robbie is known. Besides his voice, the most recognizable thing about Robbie is his look. To use something that no one would associate Robbie with if they saw clips of the movie without the songs could only hurt any potential success that this film could have had. Overall, the movie is good for the most part, but often fails to connect emotionally, and it may be worth watching. If you stuck around this long, why not give the video a like, try it out, see if it works, subscribe, check out my other videos, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the film. See you in the next review.